I want to welcome you to this short video presentation on 7 important steps to making 300k monthly online in 2022 and beyond. I believe that this is the desire of everybody, and I make my time to record this. What are the steps? Because to achieve a particular result, there must be steps to achieve it, and these are the steps I will be listing. And I believe that if it is diligently followed up, either doing online or offline business, then you can hit your monthly income target. When you have a target, there must be a roadmap to achieve that target. So this shall be our focus in this short video, and looking at step 1, what problem can you solve? Making money online or offline require you solving a problem or providing solution to problem that people are willing to pay for at solving it. So what problem can you solve? Through your idea, through your expertise, through your experience, your gift or talent, or your experience. And one thing you have to note is that this problem you want to solve, it must be a problem that a lot of people are willing to solve. For example, now let's look at the present coronavirus of 18 as an example. Either the medical experts want to accept there is a solution or not. If you have a solution, a proven solution, either for local use or whatsoever, and you discover that if you have a proven solution to it, it's a problem that massive people will be embracing, because so far so good with the vaccine, yet it's not a solution. In fact, it's not even preventive in nature, because taking vaccine doesn't mean that you cannot be contacted. So it's not curable, neither preventive in nature. But now if you have a solution that can create a solution around COVID-19, talking about either preventive, that is, if you have something that, okay, when people take it as a medicine or as a medication or as a injection or whatsoever, that when they have it, they swallow it or they put it on, it will prevent them from being infected with coronavirus, or people that have been infected, if they use it, it will cure it forever. Then this is a product that will solve a problem that a lot of people are willing to pay for. Get it now? So your problem that you want to solve, or that you can solve, you have to put it on the way or on the balance to see that how many people really need it, because it will determine how much you can make from it. Imagine a product that just only 5 or 10 people or 100 people or 1,000 people needed. You can't compare to a product that millions of people are willing and eager to get it, or a problem that millions of people are willing and eager to get it solved. Okay, I won't locate a problem that you can solve, and with understanding that there are a lot of people, thousands of people or millions of people that are willing to buy or to accept, that are willing to that are looking for solution to that problem, then you are good to go. And number 2 things you need to consider, or the steps you need to take, is create or outsource a product or service that can solve the problem. I won't establish the fact that you have a problem that you can solve, and many people are willing looking for solution to that problem. Then you can create or outsource for a product or service that can solve the problem, and this can be digital or physical product or service. Like I said, talking about coronavirus we are talking about, or any other health challenge, or any other problem of life that you can provide a solution to, then You have to create the product or create the solution or outsource for the solution. Probably maybe you see someone that have a product that can solve a particular problem that you have identified, so you can outsource it. Or if you can create the solution, you can produce the solution, you can manufacture the solution, you can just come out with the production or manufacturing or creation of the problem. So one of the two, these are the ways to get it done. So but like I said, this your solution can come in form of physical or digital product or service. Okay, so locating a problem and then creating a solution or creating a problem or creating a product or service that can solve the problem. And now step 3, decide your price point. How much do you want to sell that solution or the problem that can solve, that will solve the product that will solve the problem? For example, the amount you want to sell your product will help you to know how many quantity of such product you need to sell to achieve your monthly target. For example, now you want to achieve 300,000 naira monthly. Now imagine you are selling a product of 1,000 naira. That means that you have to sell 300,000 copies. I think so. You have to sell 300,000 copies of such a product before you can achieve your 300,000 monthly income. But now imagine you are selling a product of 30,000 naira. That means that you just need to sell 10 copies to achieve your aim. For example, let's use calculator to see, to buttress what I'm trying to say. For example, now if you are selling a product for 1,000 naira, so for you to achieve 300,000 naira monthly, that means that you have to sell 300 copies of that product. So you have to sell 300 copies. But imagine you are selling a product of 10,000 naira. So 10,000 naira, meaning that you will need to sell just, I think, 30 copies to achieve that. So you sell 30 copies to achieve 300,000 naira. Assuming you are selling it at 30,000 naira, if you are selling at 30,000 naira, so that means that you need to sell just 10 copies to achieve 300,000 naira. Can you see it? So that is what I'm trying to explain here, that decide your price point to achieve your target monthly income. Okay, so selling 10 of that product monthly will help you to achieve 300,000 naira at 30,000 naira. Selling 300 copies of such product monthly at 1,000 naira each will help you to achieve the same. Or selling at 5,000, it depends. So but what you want to achieve and how fast you want to achieve it will determine how much you want to sell your product each. Okay, so that is one thing, and this one is very important. Do you get it now? It's very important in your journey to achieve your monthly target. So having discovered the problem and having got the product you want to sell to achieve the monthly income, then how much you want to sell it. So decide your price point. Okay, so that's just about that. And then step 4, decide the quantity needed to be sold daily and weekly. Can you see it now? So that means that if you are selling at 30,000 naira per one, then you are to sell just 10 copies in a month to achieve 300,000 naira. So divide that 10 copies. That means that in a week, all you need to do is to sell roughly average of 3 copies weekly to achieve your aim. Of course, because if you have to sell 10, divide 10 by 4. that is about 2.5, so, and then approximately, let's say 3. So that means that you need to sell just 3 copies of that product weekly, and averagely you have to sell 1 copies within 48 hours. Do you get it now? So that is for the pricing, because this will help you. How many you want to sell, how much you want to sell will determine the quantity you want to sell. It will help you, the amount you are pricing it will help you to determine how many you need to sell. So you have to decide the quantity you need to sell, both daily and weekly, at arriving at your monthly target. Okay, so the price will determine. For example, you are selling a product for 10,000 naira and you want to achieve 300,000 naira at the end of the month. That means that you have to sell 10 pieces to achieve, you have to sell 30. Yes, 30. We are talking about 10,000 naira price now. So that means that you have to sell 30 copies to achieve 300,000 naira. So, and if you have to sell 30 copies, that means that you have to sell 1 daily and sell average of 5 and 6 weekly. So can you see it now? But so that is the logic. So you have to decide your quantity that needs to be sold to achieve either daily or weekly to achieve your monthly target. And step 5, talking about how many customers needed to be sold to. Yes, still talking about 10 copies. If you are talking about 30 copies, let's talk about 10,000 naira price. Let's talk about 10,000 naira price tag. So if I'm to say to achieve 300,000 naira, I have to sell 30 copies. So if I'm to sell 30 copies, then that means that I need 30 customers to sell to. So how many customers is needed to sell to? You need 30 customers to sell to, because you are selling your product at 10,000 naira each. So, and then to achieve 300,000 naira, you need 30 customers to sell to. Now the question is, how easy to get 30 customers? In marketing, we believe in what is obtainable. And what is obtainable when you are marketing a product is that, number 1, we believe that between 1 to 5% of people that sees your offers, they are going to be the one that will buy your product. Okay, so that means that if 100 people, or let's say 1,000 people sees your offer, okay, when talking about advertising, let's say 1,000 people sees your offer, so that means that 1,000 people sees your offer, and you want, don't forget that your target is 30 people. Your target is 30 people to buy. If you are selling your 30 customers, so let me say 30 buyers, your target is 30 buyers. So your target is 30 buyers. You need 30 buyers to achieve 300k monthly. Okay, now if you need 30 and then 300k monthly, selling at 10,000 naira. Okay, so selling at 10,000 naira. Okay, now for you to get 30 people, then 30 people, what is the 1% 30 people represent? And like I said, in marketing, we believe that it is 1 to 5% of your target audience or buyers will buy your product. Okay, if that is the case, now the question is, how many customers we need? The question now, this point now lead us to the next point, because since we know that we need 30 people that we are going to sell to achieve 300,000 naira at the end of the month, then how do you achieve this 300,000? How do you achieve these 30 people? How do you get these 30 people? That is what led us to how many prospects needed to be reached or attracted to your offer, because not everybody that sees your product or your offer will buy. They may be interested, but they may not have the money, or they may be distracted, or something else may happen. So now, how many prospects, that is the potential customer, do you need to reach or attract to your offer? Because if you are to sell to 30 people, then how many people you need to at large, how many people do you need to reach to achieve to get 30 people from it? For example, now we all know, if you are in the hold up, for example, or in the street, people will may be interested and they will pass by. Their eyes is seeing it, but look at it. Let's say 1% of every 10 people that will buy from you will be talking about what? Will be talking about less than one person. So that is where knowing the number of people buyers you needed will help you to know the number of prospects, that is a number of people that must see your offer for you to achieve your final buyers numbers. Okay, so this is what I'll be doing in this short mathematics. Looking at it here, if we need 30 buyers to achieve 300,000 naira monthly selling our product at the rate of 10,000 naira, then in marketing it is proven that between 1 to 5% of your prospects will buy from you. Prospect will buy from you, or we buy your offer. Now, how do we achieve 1 to 5% prospect or buyer? Now, that means that if I need 30 people, then I must understand something here. And what must I understand? Number one, who are my prospects? That is, who are your buyers? You can't be selling a product that is men. You must understand who are your buyers. For example, now if your prospect, your product is meant for men or women, it's meant for married or single, it's meant for people in your local environment or at another particular location. So you have to know who are your prospects. So you can't be promoting a product meant for women and promoting it to men. It will not sell. And number two, where are your prospects? Where can you see them? Where can you meet them? Where do they congregated? Where are they in their numbers? For example, now, where are your prospects? Are they on Facebook? Are they on Instagram? Are they on YouTube? Are they on the Google platforms? So you have to know where they are. And number three, how much are your hard budget that is needed to get across to these people? Because these are the things that you are going to do to achieve the target income at the end of the month. So that is where this mathematics comes in. Now, for example, now let's say, what does 1% of what figure does 1% where is 1% will give us 30 buyers? That means that, let's say, for example, now if I need 30 buyers, what would be the percentage of what percentage does that represent in a lump sum figure? So by my calculation, 3,000, I need 3,000 people to see my offer to get 1% buyer. I need 3,000 prospects that will see my advert, that will subscribe, that will show interest. Let me put it that way, that will show interest, either clicking on my advert, getting to my landing page, or getting to my sales page. I need 3,000 people that will come in. Okay, now maybe we may not understand. Let me look at it. Let's look at 30,000, 3,000 times 1, and then divided by 100. So let's look at our calculator. By calculator now, let me put 3,000 just to get 1% of 3,000. That is times 1 divided by 100. Can you see it? So that is 30. So for me to get 30 people that will buy from me, then I must have reached, not only reach, I must have 3,000. I must have 3,000 people that show interest by landing on my sales page or on my offer page. And for me to achieve 3,000, as a matter of fact, I must have reached nothing less than 10,000 and above when you are running advert. So these are the things you need to understand, because you cannot just get 30 people buying from you without you having a massive reach. Without reaching massive people that are interested in your offer, and also massive people clicking through or contacting you that they are interested. So imagine the number of people contacting you for your offer, the possibility of you achieving what you want. So that is why how many prospects needed to be reached or attracted to your offer, very important. So you must sit down and do the calculation. I need 30 people to buy from me, then how many people must I reach? Then the question is, you must say, okay, let me reach as much as 5,000 people. I won't reach 5,000 people, then how many of them will be interested or will have a click through? How many of them will click on my offer and landed on my sales page or product page? Then from out of 5,000 people that sees the offer, how many of them really make inquiries? So out of the few people that make inquiry, how many of them were converted to buyer to achieve your target? So that is where number one, under this step 6, you need to know who are your prospects so that you can target them right. Are you targeting men or women? Are you targeting single or married? Are you targeting people working in the bank, people using iPhone, Android phone by level? Are you targeting people that are friend of people that may be interested in your product? So these are the things you have to look at. So who are your prospects? You need to understand this as a very, very important. You need to understand that, please. So who are your prospects? Number one. And number two, where are your prospects? Where can you find them? On Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, on Twitter? Just mention it. On Snapchat, on TikTok, just mention it. So where can you find them? And number 3, we haven't discovered where you can find them and who they are. That is, will help you to know how the kind of advert you are going to run and how much you need to spend to achieve your aim. So I believe that this one is explanatory enough. And number 7, haven't find your prospects, knowing where they are, reach out to them, attract them to your offer, and then the next things are sell the solution or offer, not product or service. This may look confusing. No. For example, now we are in I'm recording this video on the 20th of December 2021, and Harmattan has begun to come in. Now, what is the solution you can sell now? Not a product. That is, the solution you are selling is get warm or get warm this season. So how can people get warm? By buying maybe sweater, wearing sweater. And you can sell you are selling solution, not product. If you are saying buy sweater, people say, for what? Some people can tell that I don't need to wear sweater. So you have to sell a kind of sweater that provide a solution to them. For example, now maybe a warmer, hand warmer, head warmer, feet warmer, just mention it. Or you can sell a kind of body cream that would not let them look white as a result of effect of harmattan. Do you get it? These are the solution that is you can, there are products that you are selling, but now the people are not buying the product per se. They want to buy the solution that product will offer. So you sell the solution that product will offer, not the product. Don't just say buy this sweater. No, get a harmattan defense, a blazer or whatsoever. So if you just say blazer, anybody can wear blazer, but he must look for a kind of how do I to call it, a kind of angle, a kind of solution aspect that the product is providing, not that the product per se. Everybody have heard about flask, so get yourself warm all through this harmattan with this 3-in-1 food warmer or whatever. So just look at the product and look at the solution that it can provide to the problem that people may be passing through. So you position the solution, not the product or service. So let me put it that way. For example, now talking about passing your ICANN exam at one sitting. So the solution is that you are guaranteeing them that they can pass it at one sitting, because many of them have been writing it, but what make your own unique? Then you come in giving them what will make your own unique and guarantee that they will surely pass it at one sitting. So these are the things that make up and will help you to achieve this your target income. So that is, I think these are the 7 important steps to achieving 300k monthly online in 2022 and beyond. 7 important steps to making 300k monthly online in 2022. Like I said, step 1, what problem can you solve? And the problem must be a problem that a lot of people are willing to solve and looking for solution to it. And number 2, create or outsource a product or service that can solve the problem, and this can be digital or physical product or service. And then decide your price point, how much you want to sell your product, so that you can easily achieve your monthly target. Step 4, decide the quantity needed to be sold daily or weekly. So knowing the price will help you to know how many, and knowing the price you want to sell will help you to know, to decide, to know how many quantity needed to be sold weekly or daily. And then step 5, how many customer is needed. So when you know the number you need to sell, that will give you the picture of how many customer you need. And then the next thing is how many prospects that need to be reached or to be attracted to your product, so that you can be able to achieve your final buyers number. And that's where we talk about who are your prospects, what are your prospects, where are your prospects, how much ad is needed. Okay, and then step 7, and I said sell the solution or offer, not product or service. So the solution that your product has to offer is what you need to sell, not the product or the service. And lastly, before we go, I believe that you have enjoyed this video this far. Do endeavor to like, to share, to comment, and also click on the subscribe button and the notification bell on this channel, so that you can receive subsequent training like this, or the training like this in your email box every time we upload and drop a new video. However, you can connect with me on WhatsApp through the WhatsApp contact number on the screen to access more daily business tips and recommendation on 6 to 7 figure business secrets I shared on my WhatsApp status, broadcast list, and Telegram business group. At the how to get this, we will get it. Just look down the description area of this video to access my contact, the WhatsApp, and then every other way to contact me. So it has been the first of Oludele Atunishe, and I want to appreciate you for watching this video, and I believe that it has been an inspirational and educational one for you. Once again, see you at the top, and I want to say wish you the best of 2022 and having the best from the year. God bless you. Bye.